we're being 100% honest, I don't even like really. I think I told this about Monica. I was like, even though I gave Fruits and X and Music Redux B tiers, and I might not give Within a B tier, it's like, I still dislike those two mods more than Within. Like, in terms of where I rate a mod is slightly different to how I feel about it personally. Because, like, I don't know. It's like, I actually, like, disliked Redux and Fruits. But I still gave them a B tier because I feel like, you know, in terms of their actual overall quality, I feel like it is a B tier. But it's like, in terms of, like, liking it, it's like, I think I still probably have, like, less of a problem with Within.
Hey guys, what is up? Zero here. Welcome back to, what, Doki Doki Within? Right? Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
One of those. It's the demo. So, in the last episode... Yeah, well, it's Act 1, quotations, you know, demo, Act 1, yeah.
Okay.
But in the last episode, we took on, we took on Monica's problems. We went public with our relationship, and, I think that's basically it. Like, nothing like, super big happened. Yeah, we were public about our relationship, and people have figured out that we're together. And now we're on the final day. What happens here? I don't know. I sure hope Yuri doesn't do anything, though. She's gonna do something, isn't she? But yeah, thank you for the sub, Rage Bob. And yet I haven't beaten Persona 5 Royal. Rage Bob, your adventures of Persona 5 Royal in the sub messages, you'll be there. You'll get there soon. It's finally Saturday. As with last week, I normally question why I'm up so early on a weekend. But I actually have a reason to be up. Today marks my first actual date with Monica. Oh, right, that's what we did. We planned a date tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. That we planned to actually go on a date with her. Some people would probably say the time we had at the cafe last weekend would count as a date. It was more of a last-minute decision than anything else. Plus, until she went to confess, I had no idea that Monica even liked me that way. Sure, there was definitely points where that thought had come into my head, but nothing to actually confirm that. Well, before her confession, that is. That is fair, though. That's a good point, because fucking, you know, it's like, the first official date is always different than, like, the date you took in case you didn't actually know if you liked each other, you know? Like, that could have just been seen as an outing with friends. Where it's like, now it's like, oh shit, we actually have feelings for each other. This is gonna feel different. Well, before her confession, that is. I quickly check my phone as I get out of bed. 7:07 a.m. I should have enough time to wash myself before Monica gets here. But never that is. Just a little vague with when she was going to come over. I don't know why. I like how he said, like, I'm gonna wash myself instead of just saying he's gonna take a shower. I should have enough time to wash myself. Like, please wash yourself. Everyone at home, please wash yourself. This is a PSA. I'm gonna spend too long in the shower and soon return to my room to get dressed. I opt to go for a pair of blue jeans and a black shirt. This is your first date! Oh, you can be a little nicer, come on now. You can at least pick, like, a collar shirt. Come on, you know? Look a little nice. Jeans! Man's going out wearing jeans? Come on, man. You wearing jeans on your first date? Monica can do better. During our lengthy texting session yesterday, Monica said that I didn't need to overdress today. Oh, well, you're not supposed to listen to her. You could have at least put the fucking the collar shirt, man. Come on. Despite her saying that, I'm still quite nervous. In face, my anxiety is shooting through the roof. Today, though, that roof must be in another dimension. I end up waiting for just under an hour and a half until I eventually hear the doorbell ring. I immediately shoot up to answer it, but I'm immediately stopped as Mom opens the door. Mom! I'm going on a date!
Hi, is Zero there? He is, yeah. You must be Monica, right? That's me.
I find myself smiling as I decide to head downstairs. Thankfully, it looks like the pair of them are getting along quite nicely. Is this the first time seeing his mom? I was like, wait, is this the first time we see his mom? I do not... Did we see her yesterday? I don't remember her mom. Okay, this is the first time we're seeing his mom. His mom's cute. That's a cute sprite. She's blonde. Yeah, wait. Yeah, okay, so does that mean we get our hair from our dad? Because, you know, because we've seen MC. They go off the regular MC. Our mom's blonde, so I guess we get our brown hair from our father. Why the fuck is she blonde? Chat, you do know you can get hair from other fucking, your other parents, alright? Our dead dad! I forgot about that part. Like, my mom doesn't have the same hair color as me.
Yeah, both my parents have dark brown hair, and my little sister was born with blonde hair.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it just depends on the little...
Genetics.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I forget, there was like a specific word for it that wasn't genetics, I thought, but... I was blonde as a kid, but it changed as I got older. He may also be the same. That is true, maybe. Maybe MC was a little blonde boy. Is she even your mom then, Zero? You make a good point. I'm gonna have to go ask. It'll be a weird conversation.
We didn't think we'd have to tell you like this. You're adopted.
Didn't think I'd find out from a Doki Doki within. Thankfully, it looks like the pair of them are getting along quite nicely. Admittedly, there was a part of me that was worried about if they didn't get along, but in all seriousness, why wouldn't they? I mean, Mom got on well with Sayori whenever she'd come around. Not only that, but she'd been quite eager to meet Monica since I had mentioned her. It almost feels as if those nerves are just there to fuck with me. It's not long till the pair of them notice me.
Honestly, Zero, I'm surprised you didn't invite Monica over sooner.
Mom beams at me, quite clearly enjoying Monica's company. As for Monica herself, she looks as radiant as ever. I approach her, move my hand down her arm, and squeeze her hand in my own. You look great.
Oh, stop.
My comment only succeeds in flustering Monica as she locks her fingers in mine. We stay like this for a bit before Mom speaks up once more.
So, before you lovebirds head out, how about a drink?
Mom, I'm not 21 yet, please.
That sounds great. Thanks.
Wouldn't mind one, honestly. Thanks, Mom. I'm trying so hard not to say mum.
Mum.
In the case of Twitch streamer Zero, Zero's mom is not the mother. No, she is, I swear. The three of us end up mostly chatting about ourselves, stuff we've done, and how Monica and I met. Eventually, Monica starts to talk about how we got together. I could tell it's paining her to bring up the festival again, but she presses on regardless, even reminding me that I gave her a reason to smile that day. Much like Sayori, Mom finds the whole situation really sweet. I've noticed that as she was talking about it, though, Monica started to hold my hand a little tighter. I can't tell if she's trying to stay strong for me, or if she's trying to put that day behind her. I'm sure she'll talk to me about it when the time's right. I don't want to pressure her. So, Moni, you want to head off now?
Yeah.
Monica looks towards Mom with a smile.
Thanks for having me over. No worries, hon. You're welcome to visit anytime.
Both Monica and I then get up from the couch. We then head towards the door and, after grabbing my jacket, head outside, letting Mom know we'll be back later. I'll be back later to show her my Legos. That gets all the girls. Damn, already using pet names? Oh my god, he called her Moni. I told you this relationship is going so fast!
Moni.
This is the person I was talking about! Once outside, Monica taps my shoulder. I turn to face her.
I just remembered that we never actually decided what we were doing besides going to town.
Monica gives a blush and a nervous laugh. I think to myself, did we really forget to go over that? Given how we get when we're texting, that happening definitely seems plausible. But, one sec. I speak as I pull out my phone. I go through a text from last night. Yep, we forgot. I slide my phone back in my pocket and look back to Monica. Yeah, about that. Monica's gaze fixes back onto me, seemingly expectant. Maybe we don't necessarily need a plan. We could always make it up on the spot. Monica closes her eyes, presumably thinking over what I said. Great. First day with Monica, and first day in general, and I'm already making an ass of myself. But by saying what? You didn't do anything, though. All you said was we can just make up something on the spot. You didn't do anything. Also, thank you for the $7.76, Rage Bob. I appreciate the donation. You didn't do anything, though. What? I'm confused.
Honestly, as someone who goes by schedules for the most part of the year, that sounds perfect.
Monica's delight gets a smile out of me, but nowhere near as bright as hers. I take her hand in mine. Let's head off then. With that, the pair of us set off. I think I've got some ideas for today. Just hope that Monica likes them. You might be able to argue that initiating an outing without a plan is kind of an ass move. Yeah, it's like, I guess, yeah. It's like, I don't know. The way he said it was like, it didn't seem like it was that bad, you know? Yeah, it was like, it's just like, oh, crap. I didn't figure something out. Well, maybe we can figure something out when we get there. And then he's like, damn it, I made an ass out of myself. What have I done? Like, I was like, well, like, what? Women, am I right? No. No, chat, no. I feel like it could have worked if maybe he pointed out, like, hold up, he's like, calm down, maybe you're just overreacting, you know, then I think that would have made more sense there. Like, if they wanted him to kind of, because maybe they want to, like, kind of portray that he's kind of, you know, nervous about it, so he's overreacting. But I think it would have been better if he actually called that out, because to me, it just feels, like, weird. We decided to take a bit of a slower walk, eventually making it into town. Given that it's Saturday, it's a lot busier than the other times we visited here. But at the same time, it's not overly busy either. Almost like the perfect in-between. I guess up at all the signs, there's so many places to choose from. It's almost overwhelming. Thankfully, my eyes eventually fixate on one sign in particular. I stop in my tracks, Monica taking notice not long after.
You okay, Zero?
Yeah, it's just... A grip of Monica's hand slips as I walk towards the store window. My eyes scan the various record sleeves that decorate the shelves. It's just that places like this remind me of my dad. When I was younger, we'd always go to vinyl shopping on weekends. Ever since I stopped myself short. I just started occasionally buying records just to keep his memories alive. I have Monica's head rest on my shoulder. In response, I wrap my arm around her. Sorry.
No, Zero, you don't have to apologize. Like, I remember when he passed. You were devastated. I just wish I could have actually done more to comfort you back then.
Monica then wraps her arm around me. There's a moment of silence between us. There's something poetic about this moment to me, though. At the start of the week, I was comforting Monica. Near the end of the week, those roles have switched. Not that I'm complaining, though. I'm thankful that she's doing this. Monica soon speaks up again.
How about we do it together?
I look right into those beautiful eyes of hers. I'd love that. Monica grabbing hold of my hand again, the pair of us head inside. Bro, did this mod, like, get a hot fix? How come they did that scene decently well?
Yeah.
Now trauma...
New patch roll out?
Now trauma dumping out of a random on your first date is an ass move. I don't know. I feel like that scene was fine. If anything, they did it. It was weird.
They brought it up naturally.
Yeah, it was weird because there's a lot of my other problems with how they brought up MC's issues or just anyone's issues. It felt so random. But then the way they did that was actually like decently natural. Like it wasn't too abrupt. Like they had a little they had a little pause. And they were like, yeah, they had him say like a little pause, and it was like, yeah, it's just, and then they explained that, and he's like, it's just that, like, they didn't just make him say, yeah, it's just that places like this remind me of my dad. like they didn't just outright say it. It's like they actually did it naturally, and that's why I was like, oh, see, they can do that. Yeah, on a serious note, it seemed natural. It's like, yeah, but, yeah, it's like, now trauma dumping is something he had to apologize for. It's like, luckily, yeah, he apologized for that. Upon entering, we're immediately engrossed by the warm atmosphere of the store. It's a welcome departure from the streets, albeit a temporary one. Monica follows me around the aisles for a bit, her eyes sparkling in wonder. We eventually stop in the section dedicated to dance music. In most record stores, this section in particular always had me feeling the most nostalgic. It's just something about the music itself. I guess there was a part of me that was always influenced by it, even if I didn't realize it sometimes. As I look to my side and notice Monica's already going through the records. A certain sleeve's label then catches my eye. could I just get that one sec?
Of course.
Also, I can't help but I was going to point out I'm not a big fan of the realistic background for the thing, because it's definitely a little weird. Like I'm not a big I think I was like I'm never a big fan of like, you know, the like actual realistic background. Also, it took me a bit to even realize that there is a giant word before Monica shows up. I'm pretty sure this is a temporary background because I think that says temp behind her. Hold up. Is there like
Oh yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, okay, it does say temp. Okay, so this is temporary. Okay. So once
It's
again,
a placeholder.
yeah, once again, it reminds us that this is a demo. Okay, I was just making sure that's what that said, because I was like, did they just put a watermark on their background that I already am not a big fan of? And I was like, okay, this is temporary. All right, then I can't really say anything.
This is probably like the reference of what they want the background.
Yeah,
with.
I was like, this is a placeholder. Okay. Even if it's a temporary one, make it so immersion breaking, a little weird. Yeah. It's like, I feel like you probably could have went for like a more, you could have used like I think like a stylized background for temporary background, you know? Like, it definitely is like a little immersion breaking because it's just like, no, the scene just feels so odd now. This feels like a background you'd give like a playtester. It's not like a background you give like a public demo.
My favorite artist, Kuratsis, made a record store BG for the full release.
Oh, there you go. So there is a record. At least there is a record store already created. I figured there would be, like I said, since it's temporary. But yeah, I don't know. This is a weird picture to use for temporary. Also, why is Rock and Indie put together on the shelf? I don't know. We gotta ask the actual record store that this is. I point out the sleeve and Monica gets it out for me. It's a yellow sleeve emblazoned with a roulette wheel in line with the name of the label, Rule or Roulette. On the left-hand corner, the artist and track name are displayed proudly. Stardust. Music sounds better with you. Hey, the name of the song kind of reminds me of you.
Oh? How so?
Remember my second day at the club?
I do, yeah. And the track you played me.
Yeah, about that. I know I said I was thinking about scrapping it, but after you said you dug it, I gave it a bit of time to grow on me. And I've worked on it quite a bit since then. I guess I could say, the music sounds better with you. Why did I just say that?
I know that sounded like overly cheesy, but coming from you, it's actually pretty cute.
I can't help but be a bit flustered by that. Smiling, I rest the record under my arm. Let's see what else we can find. Maybe we could listen to them together when we head back to mine. I say that without even knowing if Monica is going to be coming over after we're done at town.
I think I'd like that.
After grabbing 3 more records and paying for them, Monica and I head out. Ooh, we're taking her back to our place after the first date? Oh my god. After some more walking, Monica ended up finding somewhere she wanted to check out. I went to go in with her, but she said she wanted to keep it a surprise. Judging by the tone of her voice, she knows what she's doing. Either that, or I need to get my mind out of the gutter. Yeah, it's probably that one. 5 minutes. Horny MC strikes again. 5 minutes pass. Me just biding my time by scrolling through my phone until I feel a light tap on my shoulder. People need to stop tapping my fucking shoulder and just say what they want. Slightly taken aback, I turn to see who tapped me. Yuri, no!
Yuri, you leave me alone.
Yuri, I swear to God, you better not do anything to mess up this day. I swear, don't do it. Don't do it, Yuri. Don't do it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
It's fine, Yuri. I just didn't see you there, is all. I joked when I mentioned atmosphere. Don't you see, Dragon King? You summoned her. Out of everyone I expected to bump into today, Yuri certainly wasn't one of them. Say, how come you're out here?
The newest book in the series I'm on released today. Yesterday. I would have picked it up by then, but I didn't have the time.
Yuri smiles nervously, averting her eyes to meet the pavement. Admittedly, that question came off a little more direct than I had intended. Yuri audibly exhales and takes a few steps closer to me.
I'm assuming you're here with Monica, right?
I nod. Yeah, she's just getting something. She says a surprise. Yuri starts to timidly play with the loose part of her lavender hair.
My, you're moving awfully fast, don't you think?
Fair with the look she suddenly gives me, it doesn't take me long to click onto what it is she's trying to imply. I don't think she's implying anything there. She literally just straight up said, "You're moving awfully fast." That's not an implication. That's just saying it.
Yeah.
That's certainly one hell of a conclusion to jump to, isn't it? Either way, I stammer a bit as I try to deny Yuri's assertion. No, it's not like that. As unsure as I am to exactly what Monica is getting, I'm fairly certain it's nothing remotely lewd. What? Is that what she's implying? I thought she was just implying your relationship was moving fast. What is happening? What is the implication? I feel like things are going over my head.
Is there sex in this mod?
She's being metaphorical. She does not mean I'm physically moving quickly. I don't know what is happening. Hold up. She does a surprise. You're moving all. Okay, she's I'm assuming we're here with Monica. She does a surprise. You're moving awfully fast. Part the look she gets. Okay, so he thinks she's implying like a lewd surprise. Or I guess that's what Yuri is implying in this situation. Is she? We have to figure out. Hold up. Yuri giggles gently.
Don't worry, Zero. I'm only teasing you.
It didn't come off as that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so she was trying to say that. Okay, I thought she meant like in their relationship. She meant like they're about to have a weird time. That was what she was implying? I thought she was just implying they were just moving too fast in terms of, wow, you guys are already getting presents, and that's where I was like, that's weird. It's like, she makes a point, but also not at the same time, because, I mean, I guess it is a first date. I don't know. I'm all over the place. This confused me. I think I overthought it, and I got fucked over.
Although I wouldn't exactly blame.
Okay, Yuri. Yeah, and Yuri's horny, too. I forgot. I guess that's a thing. Yuri?
Yes?
Yuri averts her eyes once more, though a small smile remains etched on her lips. Despite her whispering, the current quietness of the streets made it easier for me to hear what she said. As to why she said that, I'm honestly at a loss for ideas. Oh, he heard her say that. Oh. He said, oh, I wouldn't exactly blame her for that. Oh, no, he heard her. Uh-oh. She clearly knows I'm with Monica, so why would she say that of all things? In my silence, I hardly noticed that Yuri's inched herself ever so closer to me. Yuri, stop. It's honestly making me slightly uncomfortable. Stop! I go to say something, but thankfully I don't need to. Oh, thank God.
Hey, Yuri. Monica. I was just... You're being a filthy man-stealer, that's what you're being.
Yuri scurries off, looking completely embarrassed. I breathe a sigh of relief, something that causes Monica to give me a look of concern.
Zero, you alright?
Seems like she can tell that something's off with me. Yeah, it's just... My voice trails off. Monica then rests her bag next to her legs and takes hold of both my hands.
Did Yuri say anything to you?
I can hide that Yuri's behavior didn't get to me, even if it was a little bit. Plus, would I really lie to Monica? Take a deep breath. Well, she didn't say much, but she did keep getting closer to me. I didn't know if she was gonna try anything, but I can't be too sure. Monica remained silent for a moment.
Can you promise me something, Zero?
I nod, noticing Monica tensing slightly.
If she does try anything, come to me first. I'll try and let this slide for now, but I'll keep an eye on her. I just want to make sure you're okay.
Seeing her smile again is enough to ease my mind. Sounds cliche, but her smile is one that I want to protect. I squeeze Monica's hands a little bit. Anyways, let's not let that ruin today. You want to choose somewhere else to go?
Of course.
We then continued our date, enjoying each other's company more and more. I don't know, I feel like I'd have to talk with Yuri about that, like, now. I don't know, letting it slide? That's not really something you let slide.
What happened?
Yuri was being uncomfortably close to us, and then Monica caught her.
What? Oh, no!
Yeah, like, Yuri was like, fucking, Yuri said,
Why
yeah,
Yuri?
they're pulling, remember? She's like, she loves us, and she's being weird. Was
I know,
like,
but like, why can't it be like Sayori? Like, why does it
it
always have
doesn't
to be
make
Yuri
sense
in
to
these
be
mods?
any of them though. That's what I always say. It's like, with them being like best friends like this, it doesn't make sense for them to just move on the other person's man.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you could definitely go for an unrequited love story if you really want to, but like, you can't have them go this far with it to where Yuri is clearly just trying to steal, just steal MC. It's like, you can do it a case of, oh, but I actually like you, you know? Then it's like, okay, sure, you can go with that, and they don't want to hurt Monica. But this feels like Yuri doesn't even care about Monica's feelings about this.
Yeah.
And like I said, and like everyone has already said before, it gives me massive exit music vibes. Also, I was like, I don't really agree with Monica just saying she can let it slide. Like, her promise was fine. I do like that. I like that Monica was basically saying, like, can you promise me that if Yuri does try anything, you'll come to me first? You know? It's like, I appreciate that. That makes sense. The part that, like I said, I don't really like is it's just, I'll try to let this slide for now, but I'll keep an eye on her. It's like, I feel like you need to talk to her about that. like, you don't have to, like, yell or get super angry, but you should at least have a discussion about that, the type of thing. You know?
Yeah.
Like, this isn't really something you let slide.
If Cam was coming on to you, you know I would be like, Cam.
What do you mean? Yeah, of course. Nah, being, like, non-confrontational is very young adult girlish. I don't know, I feel like from someone like Natsuki, maybe. If someone like Monica, I feel like Monica would confront her. That's what I'm saying. Or if it was, okay, maybe not Natsuki. Natsuki would probably confront her too. I think the only person who I cannot see doing this is like Sayori or Yuri. Funnily enough, if we were with Yuri, I could see Yuri or Sayori not confronting them. But I could see Natsuki and Monica definitely confronting the other if they saw something like that. Like, and like I said, I don't even think like confronting as in being like, what the hell was that? Like, Yuri, like, mind telling you were like, what was going on? Like, you know, like just trying to like talk to them about it. Natsuki will confront. Natsuki would probably be a little more violent with it, yeah. She'd be like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, she'd probably be like, don't do that again or else I'll kill you.
Yeah, Natsuki would be fucking like over and at it. She'd be fucking like, she's real. I'm sorry, I'll spit myself out. Yuri wouldn't want to confront Yuri. Oh, I'm sorry. Just imagining a scene. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's okay. No. It's my fault.
I'll never speak to you ever again, I promise.
No, I'll never speak to you. Just like Yuri going back and forth. No, after you. No, after you. The Yuri apology war. But yeah, this mod did say it was inspired by exit music, so yeah, I don't know.
I can't wait for Monica to kill herself in the end.
That's what I keep saying. Monica's gonna kill herself, and Yuri's gonna cheat on us. And
Well, it's just a demo, so Monica's not gonna die yet.
Well, obviously. We ended up spending the next few hours in town. And aside from the occasional store visit and getting something to eat, we spend most of the day just walking around and taking in the scenery. After how hectic this week started, it was certainly a nice change of pace. I'd be a little more mad about them not showing us this stuff, but they did show them in the record store together, so you know. And after the Yuri thing, I think a nice transition afterwards is probably the best way you can handle that. Something after any scene after that, so I feel like skipping all that was probably for the best. Yeah, already read that part. As planned earlier, we listened to the 4 records I bought, sitting together on the floor with Monica, resting her head on my shoulder. There weren't any words between us as the music played. Just a brisk, peaceful silence. Eventually, the final track plays out, and I move to sit on my bed. Monica then joins me, and I rest my arm over her shoulders.
Thanks for today, Zero. I really enjoyed myself.
I give her shoulder a slight shake and a rub. I should be thanking you, Monica. Like, to be completely honest, I was really nervous about today. I mean, it was the first date I've ever been on, and a little part of me was worried about fucking it up. See, but you said you'd have to thank Monica about you not being nervous on the date. However, the only reason you were nervous on the date is because the date existed to begin with. So technically, it was still Monica's fault that it even happened. So, ha! I take my thanks back! Stop being so pretty! But you letting me be my weird self? You putting up with my dreadful jokes? Well, it just helps me feel a bit more confident in myself. Why is this very relatable? Monica.
What?
You let me be my weird self. You putting up with my dreadful jokes.
Yeah.
This is relatable to not only you, but also to chat.
You do it to me, so...
Zero, you never have to be worried about being yourself around me. You being you is what I like about you. Well, I actually like a lot about you.
Monica falls silent as the familiar feeling of my cheeks burning up makes itself known once more. She eventually rests her arm over my shoulder, much like I'm doing to her. Turns back to face me.
Say, you remember how I told you I wanted to ask you out a while ago?
I do, yeah. I never forget it. I always bring it up, and I'm like, she wanted to ask me out, what the fuck? I mean, no, actually, I don't think I actually fully remember that. Go on. Monica's gaze diverts from mine as her cheeks redden and her lips adopt a knowing smile. The smile that causes me to stammer slightly. Monica?
This is something else that I wanted to do for a while as well.
Another word. Monica pulls herself up to meet my face and presses her lips against mine. At the point where I'd most expect my heart to try to burst out of my chest, it doesn't. In a way, this feels completely natural to do. I pull her closer to me, causing the seal between our lips to tighten. In unison, we move our heads to the side, trying to better display our shared passion. I can feel Monica resting her hand on my leg. But even then, my breathing is steady. Whether or not either of us are any good at kissing, it doesn't detract from the moment itself. Though that being said, Monica's a wonderful kisser. This music should not play. Damn it. Oh god, the music was so good, and then I was like, oh no.
The kiss music.
I do go to pull away from the kiss for a second, only for Monica to pull me back in.
Bro, lustful.
It's clear she wants to savor this moment for as long as possible. Oh, this is like you guys' first kiss. Chill. To be honest.
The first kiss should be like 5 seconds or 10 seconds at most.
I mean, then you can make out after. You know, you can do it like right after.
Yeah, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, we can do this now.
Yeah. Someone had told me that I'd one day end up like this. I would have more than likely said you were lying. For the first time in a while, I'm more than happy to be wrong. Eventually, though, we do pull away and just stare in each other's eyes, smiling brightly.
Hope that was worth the wait.
I pull Monica into a tight embrace. I love you so much.
I love you too.
We remain in each other's arms for a little while longer. And I can't help but smile whenever we're like this. I'd stay like this forever if I could. But much like the first time we held each other, time isn't on our side. Hey, you should probably start heading home before it gets too late. I speak with a slightly downcast tinge to my voice.
I know.
My downcast mood isn't lost on Monica, even seemingly being reflected by her. I place my hand on Monica's cheek, causing her to smirk. I'll see you out.
Okay.
The scene itself was actually really good. The music was not good placement. The scene itself was fine though. I thought it was cute. I mean, they were getting a little frisky for their first kiss, but I mean, you know, I guess by technicality, it's in character for how fucking horny MC has been this entire time. So I guess in a way it works. In a way, I guess it makes sense considering how fucking horny him and Monica have been this entire mod. Actually, not just them, everybody in this mod. And considering how horny everyone's been in this mod, I guess it worked. It stayed in character. It was consistent. One thing I love about Gex, consistency. The music made it better. Okay, you know what? This is why you're chat and I'm zero. I like how one person saying that is just like, yeah, that's all of chat's opinion now. You all have to agree as a hive mind. Monica and I head downstairs, both of us silently wishing we could have more time together. I've got a good feeling that we'll get more time soon. Still a relatively new couple after all. Yeah, I mean, there's still Sunday. There's always tomorrow. It's not like Monica's dying already. You gotta wait till at least Act 3. Monica tells me that she'll text me as soon as she gets home. After one final quick kiss, she departs, and I'm left feeling even happier than the day we first got together. I lean against the wall, smiling to myself. I just had my first kiss. Of all people, Monica certainly sets the bar high.
It's nice seeing you this happy, Zero.
Huh? I look up, see Mom standing there.
Seeing you and Monica together earlier, you seemed genuinely happy with her. It kind of reminds me of how your dad and I were when we first met.
Mom gives me an earnest smile. It's nice to see that she still has fond memories of him. Then again, it's nearly been 2 years since his passing.
He'd be proud of you. He really would.
Thanks, Mom. I smile back at her. I'm gonna head upstairs for a bit. I'll be down later.
Tell Monica I said hi.
Mom goes off to the living room and I head upstairs. I guess she means on the phone. I was like, Monica's not upstairs, Mom. Oh no, we're busted! Busted by the parent! I then spend the next 10 or so minutes waiting for Monica to get home. All the while, I'm reflecting on the events of today. I got to spend even more time with Monica than I'd ever expected to. Things got a little too close for comfort with Yuri. But on top of that, Monica and I had our first kiss. I can't say for Monica, but I know that it's going to be one memory that I hold on to for as long as I can. Things can only get better from here, right? I really hope so. Besides, with Monica by my side, I'm confident we can take on anything together. But as with most things in life, only time will tell if that proves itself to be true. Ooh, that is true. Is that it? Oh, that is it! There you go. Wow, that was actually like a really good day. I liked that. What the hell was that, mod? They were like, ah! Hey, gotcha. We finished strong. That was actually a nice day. I really didn't have many issues with it. I mean, actually, no, yeah. I mean, I guess, well, I mean, I didn't have any new issues with it. Because, you know, it's like, I still had the issue with, you know, how Yuri acts and stuff. I don't like, you know, Yuri acting like that. That's definitely out of character. And I guess, like, my other issues were just very minor. Like, Monica, like, saying she'll let it slide. Like, but overall, I actually really enjoyed that day of the mod. That was cute. That was nice. Hey there, Zero. Bass Pond 3 here. But you can just call me Callum. I don't know you personally like that. Hope you enjoyed the demo for Doki Doki Within. Making this mod is something I've been wanting to do for some time, but I was always looking for something to inspire me. After playing mods like Exit Music, Art Time, and Fallen Angel, as well as DDLC Plus reminding me why I love this game, there's the art. Oh, it's inspired by Exit Music and Fallen Angel. I forgot about that, yeah. 2 mods where the ending for the main character is not, for the main girl it's focused on, is not exactly good. Also 2 mods with the characterization of both of those characters aren't exactly amazing. At least Art Time's nice. Art Time's a nice inspiration. Just gave me the courage to try it out. First of all, I'd love to...
Callum, do you really need to take any more of Zero's time?
Hey, Monica. I was just gonna tell them who I want to thank for helping with the mod so far. Like Dovi Spartan for giving me his permission to use the casual outfits he designed for you. And Stormblaze76 for those amazing CGs. You know? Just little things like that.
But you've already kept them here for who knows how long.
It's been, I think the average runtime is like 6 hours. But, you know, most of that could have been because of me. But, you know, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they want to have a break now.
Monica makes a good point.
But Cal...
Fine, I'll put it as a text file.
Good. I'll be on my way. I'll see you whenever, Zero.
Full credits and thanks are in a text file in the game directory. Expect a full release some point in 2022.
Well, we're 6 months in.
I do like the, I will be honest, I actually do love the trope of the, Monica interrupting the guy talking about the demo. A lot of mods do it, and it is actually a trope I like, it's funny.
It's cute.
Yeah, it's cute. I always like the trope of her, like, interrupting
Because it feels like all the girls are just, like, acting in a play, and then Monica pops up and is like, okay, we're done.
Yeah, it's cute, I like it. Yeah, that is it for the Act 1 of Doki 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 Within. Overall, I think I've said my, you know, my share piece and everything. I've had some issues with it, obviously.
We can play Sonic now! No, I'm just joking.
My main issues are the music placement. I'm gonna try to turn this down because this is loud. Main issues is the music placement for some scenes just doesn't really feel right. the characterization for Yuri is definitely just off. I do not agree with her trying to steal you, or at least the way she's trying to go about it. It feels very exit music-y. Not a big fan of, like, how Natsuki just swears so fucking, like, openly and shit, when that's not really how Natsuki acts, you know? Also, just how perverted, like, I think every character in this fucking mod is. Like, everyone is, like, really horny, and it's really weird. Also the fact I feel like Monica is a little too emotional. Like, I feel like Monica's the type of character where she's strong-willed, and I'm not saying she can't have emotions, but she's definitely not someone where I feel like she wants to show them so openly all the time. I feel like it takes a bit for her to really, like, you know, break down or open up. Like, it takes a while, I think, for her to really want to cry about something. Like, it feels like her and Sayori, like I mentioned, switched places in this mod. Because Sayori, for some reason, is super responsible in this mod, and Monica, like, I don't think we've seen a scene of her really being responsible yet. Even showing that she's responsible. So it's just kind of weird. It's like, it feels like Sayori's way more responsible than she is so far, thus making me wonder why Monica even is the club president. So yeah, it's like, it feels like Monica needs to show more. I feel like Monica needs to be a little, you know, emotionally stronger. And I think Sayori, for the most part, I don't think I have any issues with her. I think she, I mean, oh, there was Sayori and Natsuki's, like, the scene with, there was that one scene they had where, when Monica they confront Monica and you, like, interrupting your date. That's kind of rude. That was kind of messed up of them. And then, like, they don't realize they're being assholes, and they're just like, or at least Natsuki doesn't, somehow. And that was kind of weird. If I had, like, I don't know. If I wish, this is the part when I feel like I wish I had, like, a B- or something. Because I don't. Because, like, I actually really think this mod isn't that bad. It's just something where it's like, I'm a big, like I said, I'm a big stickler for characterization. So when I see someone like Yuri being evil just for the sake of just, like, it doesn't make sense for me. So it's like a lot of the problems with this mod are very minor to a degree. Just, you know, it's like a death by 1,000 paper cuts. Like, I kept finding stuff, so it just kept kind of adding on to the list. Like, I think the only really big major issues, like I said, is Monica kind of being a little too much of a crybaby, Yuri being evil, and the music just not really fitting. But for the most part, the mod itself, just kind of little minor scrapes every so often. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Then make that tier. I don't know. I mean, I might make B-. We'll see what happens. It'll either be B- or be C+. We'll see what happens. It gets a sad face. Start making my fucking tier list emojis. So S tier is colon D exclamation point is colon D. A tier is colon smiley. B tier is
I'll type them all.
B tier is colon neutral, and
Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to press on her.
C tier is actually no, C tier would be colon neutral. I guess A tier would be equals smiley, and then B tier would be colon smiley, and then C tier would be colon neutral, and D tier's a sad face. Yeah, just typed all the case. Yeah, the D tier's sad. I'm like, why?
I'll type in my own in our Discord.
We finally getting a B-. Someone get Diablo. It's all right. He probably knows wherever he is. He's like, I felt a chill. But yeah, will I be playing the rest of this mod when it comes out in full release? I don't know. Like, I legitimately do not know, because it's something where it's like, I'm not sure if this mod is really for me, if it seems like I know where it's going. And like I said, I'm not a big fan of I don't really want to play a mod just for me to, like, you know, not enjoy it, because then I'm going to be really negative while playing through it. So I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to play it in full release. I'm definitely going to keep it in mind, though. I definitely had way less of a chance of playing it before I played the final day. The final day definitely was really, you know, was definitely way better. And also, I just looked in perspective, and I was like, this mod wasn't really that bad. I didn't, like, dislike any time when I was playing it. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I might play it when it comes out. I might play it in full release when it comes out. I'll have to see what happens. But yeah, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to play this for yourself, the link will be in the description below. And yeah, this has been Zero. Peace.